My wife secretly sold my property to bail her ex-lover out of prison and used the remaining money to travel with him after his release. I divorced her and ensured her lover's bail was denied. Hello Reddit I+ here. You're not gonna believe what happened to me. So, I'm married, well, I was married, to this woman, Olivia. At first, everything seemed great. She was smart, charming, and yeah, she had a past, but who doesn't, right? We'd been together for 5 years, married for 3. I thought things were good. Turns out I had no idea what was going on behind my back. I inherited this piece of property from my grandparents. Beautiful land, a little cabin, the kind of place that felt like a part of me, you know? I always told Olivia how much it meant to me, and she always nodded along, like she understood. Then one day I come home, and Olivia's acting off. She's glued to her phone, whispering, then hanging up the second I walk into the room. I brush it off at first. Maybe it's work, or she's planning a surprise or something. But the next week, I get this notice in the mail about the sale of my property. At first I'm thinking, no way. This has to be a mistake. So I confront her. She doesn't even try to deny it. She's like, I sold it because we needed the money. Needed the money? For what? We weren't behind on bills. Nothing major had come up. I wasn't buying it, so I started digging. I looked into the sale and found out where the money went. And this is where it gets insane. She'd used the money to bail out her ex-boyfriend. Yeah, ex-boyfriend. This guy, Marcus, was in prison for fraud, and she had been secretly visiting him for months. You'd think that'd be bad enough, right? Oh no, it gets worse. After bailing him out, she didn't just stop there. She took the leftover money and went on some kind of celebration trip with him. I'm not even kidding. She left me at home while she gallivanted around with this guy. When I confronted her about all of this, she broke down. She was crying, saying she made a mistake, that she felt sorry for Marcus because they had a history and he needed her help. Like that made it okay to screw me over? That was the last straw for me. I filed for divorce the next day. But I wasn't done. See, I found out that Marcus was out on bail, but his hearing was still coming up. I hired a lawyer, gathered every shred of evidence I could find, emails, texts, proof of the property sale, and made damn sure the judge saw it. Long story short, his bail got denied. He's back in prison now, and Olivia, well, she's out of my life for good. She's been trying to reach out, saying she made a mistake and that she misses me. Yeah, no thanks. It's wild, right? You think you know someone and then they pull something like this. But hey, lesson learned. Trust is everything, and once it's gone, there's no going back. Anyway, after the divorce papers were filed, I thought things would calm down. Boy, was I wrong. Olivia went full soap opera on me. She showed up at my office one day, no warning, just waltzed in like we were still married, crying about how she'd made a mistake and begging me to forgive her. She said, it wasn't about Marcus. It was about me feeling trapped. Trapped? In what? A stable marriage with a husband who trusted her? I told her, Olivia, you didn't just betray me. You sold a piece of my family's history. That wasn't just land. It was my grandparents' legacy, and you threw it away for a criminal. She started saying that Marcus had manipulated her, that he'd guilted her into helping him. But you know what? I wasn't buying it. She knew exactly what she was doing. She didn't care how it would affect me. The best part? After she realized I wasn't taking her back, she tried to guilt me. You're punishing me for one mistake, she said. One mistake? Lady, you sold my property, bailed out your ex, and went on a vacation with him. That's not a mistake. That's a calculated betrayal. And you know what really gets me? Marcus wasn't even worth it. After his bail got revoked, I heard through some mutual connections that he got slapped with even more charges. Turns out he was running scams while out on bail. Shocker, right? Olivia threw away her marriage and her reputation for a guy who's probably going to rot in prison for the next decade. As for me, I've moved on. It wasn't easy, though. I had to rebuild, not just financially but emotionally. Trust doesn't come easy after something like that. But I've got good people around me. Family, friends who had my back through all of this. And the property? Well, I couldn't get it back. The sale was legal and the new owner wasn't interested in selling. That part still stings, I won't lie. But I've come to terms with it. I'm using the money from the divorce settlement to invest in something new. Something that's mine. Sometimes, I think about Olivia and wonder if she regrets it all. But honestly, that's not my problem anymore. I'm done being the guy who puts others first while they stab me in the back. So, yeah, that's my story. It's been a wild ride, but if there's one thing I've learned, it's this. Don't let anyone take advantage of your kindness. Trust is earned, and once someone breaks it, they don't deserve a second chance.